CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. We begin tonight with a dark cloud that is hanging over what was a warm, sunny summer weekend. Tragedy on the water, here and on the mainland. First in SAANICH, where two young men had set out in a canoe on Friday night, unprepared for what lay ahead. The canoe capsized off Cadborough Bay. One man was rescued, but one is still missing and presumed drowned. As CTV's Andrew Johnson shows us tonight, boaters say it shouldn't have ended like this.
It seems so calm, peaceful, but boaters say the water off 10 Mile Point can be deceiving. Maybe that's why two 20-year-olds from SAANICH got into a canoe here at last light Friday night without life jackets.
It does surprise to see somebody out on this water when the water is so cold, especially in a canoe. You know, in a kayak, you can ride it fairly easily.
I see lots of people go out, don't have their life jacket on. So I think maybe this thing here is pretty safe.
That single terrible mistake could have cost one of the young men his life. The two paddled away just after 10, but police say didn't get far before their canoe capsized and they were thrown into the water. Freezing, they drifted in the dark, clinging to a bag of camping gear they never got to use. At some point before help arrived, the men got separated.
Unfortunately, his friend drifted away. They did maintain voice contact for some time, but eventually voice contact was lost.
One man was rescued clinging to a rock near Mary Todd Island. A massive search turned up no sign of the other and was called off after 13 hours. People launching kayaks today from the same spot the young men began their short and tragic journey on Friday say the currents in the area can surprise you in a hurry.
You know, you definitely want to have planned your trip with respect to what the tide is doing at that time of day.
SAANICH police say it wasn't even safe to put their divers in the water, and what is believed to be the men's canoe was found kilometers away Saturday afternoon near Race Rocks. The devastated families of the two young men are being supported by police. The people out enjoying the weather and the water today are doing it with heavy hearts.
We were thinking about it before we left, and I think, you know, you always think about it. It's something you hear about from time to time. So, you know, it's not something you want to see happen to anyone.
The name of the man who is presumed drowned has not been released.
Andrew Johnson joins us now live with more on the story. Andrew, what are people who spend time on the water in that area off Oak Bay saying about how many boaters are actually using their personal flotation devices?
Well, Hudson, the ones we spoke to today say they see a lot of people heading out without life jackets, either in powered vessels or even in canoes. They seem to think kayakers are the most likely to be wearing the personal flotation devices. SAANICH police, meantime, say wearing them is, of course, the best case scenario, but even having them nearby you in your vessel is better than nothing. We don't know why the young men who went out on Friday night weren't better prepared, but SAANICH police have confirmed drugs and alcohol are not factors in their tragic accident.
All right, Andrew Johnson reporting. Andrew, thank you.
You're welcome.